Imagine being part of one of the toughest special forces teams on Earth, trained to survive freezing oceans, burning deserts, and deadly missions around the world. Now imagine walking into a jungle so intense, so alive, and so unforgiving that every step feels like a battle. That's exactly what happened when a team of Navy SEALs entered the Philippines to challenge the legendary Filipino jungle Commandos, warriors known for mastering one of the harshest environments on the planet. The SEALs arrived strong and confident. They had faced danger everywhere and believed this challenge would be difficult, but nothing they couldn't handle. But the second they stepped under the thick green canopy of the Filipino rainforest, they realized they were no longer in control. The air felt heavy, almost wet. Breathing felt like pulling steam into their lungs. Mud swallowed their boots. Vines grabbed at their legs. Even the smallest insects bit through their clothing. But the most chilling thing was the silence. It wasn't normal silence. It was the kind that makes your instincts scream that someone is watching, and someone was. The Filipino jungle commandos were already tracking them, seeing every step the SEALs took. These commandos didn't just train in the jungle, they grew up in it. Many were raised in provinces where the forest was part of life. They learned to hunt before they learned to write. They learned to move quietly before they learned to run. They knew the sounds of every animal and the smell of every plant. The jungle wasn't a challenge to them, it was home. The mission seemed simple. Move through the jungle, locate a hidden base, extract a target, and avoid being caught. But within the first hour, the SEALs were struggling. Their gear felt twice as heavy. Their uniforms clung to their skin. Sweat drenched every inch of their bodies. And their movements, normally silent and sharp, became loud and clumsy against the dense vegetation. Meanwhile, the Filipino commandos watched from the shadows. They moved silently, blending into the trees with natural camouflage made of mud, leaves, and charcoal. Even when the SEALs looked directly at them, they saw nothing. A twig snapped behind the SEALs. A whisper of movement brushed past their right side. A stone clicked against a distant tree. None of it was dangerous. All of it was intentional. The commandos were sending a message. We see you. You don't see us. Tension grew. The SEALs tightened formation, scanning the jungle, their senses on high alert. But the Filipino warriors were on a different level. They used shadow tracking, moving just close enough to observe but far enough to remain invisible. When the SEALs paused, the jungle commandos paused. When the SEALs moved faster, the commandos moved even faster. Then the traps began. A vine whipped up and caught a SEAL by the ankle, lifting him for a moment before dropping him. A log trap slammed into the ground beside them, close enough to frighten but not harm. A camouflaged pit forced them to change direction. Every trap had one purpose: to remind the SEALs that they were walking through a battlefield controlled by people who had known this land their entire lives. By night, the SEALs were exhausted. They set up a small camp hoping for rest, but rest never came. The Filipino commandos surrounded them silently, tapping trees, imitating animals, and throwing small stones into the darkness. Not a single SEAL slept. Fatigue settled into their bones. When morning came, they pushed forward, but the jungle felt heavier than before. Their bodies were tired, their minds foggy, and their confidence shaken. And that was when the Filipino commandos struck. They didn't use bullets. They didn't need to. They attacked with bamboo spears, padded sticks, and blunt arrows. They moved with extreme speed, fast, silent, precise. Every strike was controlled. No injuries, just shock and dominance. Within moments, the SEALs were surrounded. The commandos didn't shout. They didn't brag. They stood still, calm. Their bodies painted with mud and leaves, looking like the jungle itself had come alive to confront the outsiders. The SEALs realized the truth. They had never been the hunters. They had been hunted from the beginning. When the exercise ended, the SEALs admitted their respect openly. They said they had never faced opponents so connected to their environment. The Filipino jungle commandos had shown them a type of mastery no amount of normal military training could teach. The SEALs excel in oceans, deserts, and cities. But in the depths of the Philippine jungle, they were outmatched by warriors who had spent their entire lives learning the language of the rainforest. The SEALs came to challenge the Filipino jungle commandos. Instead, they left humbled, understanding that in this environment, the Filipino warriors were unmatched, silent, skilled, and absolutely in control of the world around them.